Hey, what's up, fellow hobbyists and gamers? My name is Colby, or as I'm better known as on Twitch, Instagram, and here on YouTube, Serial Killer 02. And in today's video, I'm going to unbox the new miniatures game by Atomic Mass Games, Marvel Crisis Protocol. And this core set is awesome. There are a lot of really cool models. There is a lot of really cool terrain. The tokens are nice. The cards are great. Just everything about this game is really, really nice. So I'm really excited for you all to see the contents of the box. But with that being said, if you like this video, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. That way you know whenever I will be going or putting up new content, you will be informed about it and be able to be one of the first ones to see it. Also, if you like my videos, please share them in the Facebook groups, on Twitter, Instagram, wherever you want to. Just get the word out there and help me out by doing that. I really appreciate it. I love making these videos, and I hope you love watching them as much as I love making them. And with that being said, before I get into the excuse me, the unboxing video, I want to give a special shout out to Edmund Unplugged. The owner there has become a good friend. He's really helped me out with a lot of my videos. And so, Mike, thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate it. And he gets a lot of great games in all of the time. So just wanted to give a special shout out to Mike at Edmund Unplugged. So with that being said, let's go ahead and take it down to the table and look at what's in the box. All right, and let's start off by taking a look at the outside of the box. As you can tell, on one side you have all the villains, and then on the other you have the heroes. And you've got the name of the game, and then this also says core set right here in big letters. And then up here in the top left corner, you will see the number CP01. And one interesting thing about all of these boxes, each box has a different number on it. So with the expansions that you can get, you will end up getting a different number for each expansion. For example, you have CP01 right here for the base game. Then for the Hulk, you can see that he has CP04. And for MODOK, he has got CP05. So each box is going to have a different number on it. And that's just kind of a cool way to keep everything situated, and it's just a really neat thing that they did. Then down here in the corner you have got Atomic Mass Games, their logo, and then the box itself is 11 3/4 inches long and tall, so it is almost a foot by a foot. And then the depth of the box is 4 inches. And so, as you can tell, it is a pretty big box, and you get a lot of stuff within the box. Each side shows Captain America and the Red Skull, and then on the back of the box, you will find a picture of all of the models, and then a small picture of each model. Now, the models in the game do not come assembled or painted, so you do all that yourself. But one thing I was going to do is make a video on how to put all of the models together, and so that'll be another video coming out here very soon. Right here there's a little description of the game, and I will go ahead and read that because I know it is kind of hard to see in this lighting. It says, the universe is beset by crisis. Who will rise up to answer the call? Welcome, true believer, to Marvel Crisis Protocol, a tabletop hobby miniatures game of climactic combat. Assemble your team from across the Marvel Universe and lead your superpowered forces against your friends in battle of cataclysmic proportions. Unleash the power of the cosmic cube with Red Skull and rend the very fabric of reality around your foes. Lead from the front and leap into the line of fire with Captain America. Harness the might of a binary star with Captain Marvel and send cars, trucks, and even buildings careening into your enemies. As powerful as each character is, none of them can win the day alone. It's up to you to lead them. Each game of Marvel Crisis Protocol will require bold tactics and cunning strategy to achieve ultimate victory, at least until the next crisis strikes. Step off the sidelines and into the amazing action of Marvel Crisis Protocol. And then right down here in the corner, it gives you the contents of the box. And in this box, you're going to have 10 character miniatures, 10 bases, 1 daily bugle stand, 2 cars, 2 dumpsters, 2 traffic lights, 2 lampposts, 170 tokens, 20 team tactics cards, 3 map cards, 2 affiliation cards, 10 character stat cards, 6 crisis cards, 3 movement tools, 4 range tools, 1 learn to play book, and 10 dice. And so you get a lot in the box. And so with that being said, let's go ahead and open up the box and show you what is inside. And just a note, I have already opened up my box and taken a look at everything to make sure it is all there. So mine might be packaged just a little bit different than yours is, but this way I can actually show you everything that comes in the box. So here are the 10 character sheets, and I will show you those in detail in just a minute. But that is the bag that the character sheets come in, and there's going to be 10 of these, and I will show you those in just a minute. Then the next thing I have here is the Learn to Play book. So this is how to play the game, and this book is pretty big. There's 46 pages, and so you've got a detailed description of everything in this box, and you've got game overview, and kind of just gives you all of the information that you need to be able to play the game. And so even though it's 46 pages, there's still not a lot on each page, so it's really nice the way it's set up so it's not too overwhelming as you're looking through the book. And I know the rules are online for this, and I will put those in the description below. That way you can read through the rule book if you want to see if this is a game that is going to be good for you and your friends. One great thing about this book is it gives you overviews of each character that you get in the game, and it's got great pictures of how they are painted. Then the really cool thing is starting on page 33, you've got detailed instructions on how to put these models together. And like I said, I will do a video putting all of these models together. But in the comments below, let me know what model you're excited to see get put together and who your favorite one is out of this set. But I will be doing that video in the next couple of days, so stay tuned for that. But that is the instruction booklet, and then on the back you have the quick reference page. Then right under that you will find all of the tokens for the game. And the different tokens you will find on here, starting right up here at the top. I know it's kind of hard to see, but that is going to be the damage tokens. So this one here has a 3 on it, and that means that that's 3 damage. This right here is going to be the 1 damage marker. Then the tokens right here are the general status token, and if you flip it over, you will see it's got the Captain America symbol. So those are tokens that you will use throughout the game. Then here you have got the bleeding tokens, the stagger tokens, you have got dazed tokens, then you have the activated tokens, and the power tokens. These are the ones, and then on the other sheet are the 3 power tokens, so I will show those to you in just a minute. Here you have the stun tokens, and then down here you have got the round tracker, And then these two flags are going to be the victory point trackers. And then right here, this is actually for Captain Marvel, and that is her binary form. So that is one token sheet. And then let's go ahead and take a look at the second one. And now looking at the second token sheet, right here you have got the round tracker. And on the round tracker, you're going to see two different sets of numbers. So up here, the one that goes to 16, that is the victory points. And then right here, the 1 through 6, that is actually the round tracker. So you're going to use both of those areas every time you play the game. Then up here in the top right, you are going to see the cosmic cube fragment. So Red Skull is going to use those. Right here is the priority token that both sides will use. Then here you have got the civilian. And then if you flip it over, you will see that there is this side, and that's going to be the spider infected token. Flip it back over, you will see the decoy and the scroll agent. So some of these tokens, you flip them over and they will do different things. So it's really cool the way they have that set up. Right here, like I was talking earlier, you can see the number 3 on this bigger power token. So whenever you get 3 of the small tokens, you can switch it out for one of the bigger tokens. Right here, you have got the origin bomb. Then here is what is called the infinity serum. Down here, you are going to see the extremist console. And then you have more of the 3 damage tokens. So that is a look at the tokens in the game. And once you take that off, you will find a lot of sprues. And like I said, you'll see a lot of sprues in here. You've got the bases, and each base is a different texture. And it's really cool that they did it that way. So each model is going to have their own base, and each one is different. So you get a bag full of bases. Then I will show you these in a little more detail in just a minute. But here are the sprues for the models. As you can see, here are the dumpsters. And then you have got sprues for all of the characters. And I will take a few out and I will show them to you. But as you go through, you will see all of those in the box. Then the interesting thing is right here, you will find the cars, and they are already put together. All you have to do is put the base on them. So there are the 2 cars that you will use in the game. And then in the other side of the cardboard, you will find all of the rulers and trackers that you need. So let's go ahead and take a look at these real quick. So these are going to be your range rulers. And so let me get these laid out here for you. All right, so these rulers are all used for different things. So these range rulers are used to measure the distances for attacks, actions, and abilities. Any distance that is measured using a range tool can be measured at any time, but players may only use one range tool at a time when making the measurements during the game. And there are 4 range tools for ranges 2 through 5. Now you will have a range of 1, but that range of 1 is the end of this here. Every single one of these tools are the exact same width, and it is 1 inch. So that is going to be how you do the 1. So it's 1, there's 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that is how you measure with those. Then you've got these little guys, and these are the movement tools. So what you're going to do is you're going to take these 2 pieces and you're going to snap them together and they will turn. And so this is how you do movement. You can lay this down and you can turn the ruler whichever way you need to, and you would put the base of the model here, and then you can move it up to here. You can move it here. You can move it anywhere around the movement ruler itself, but it can't go past it. It has to be touching the ruler. So you can go from here to here or here to here, however you want to do it, as long as it's touching the end of the ruler. And Star Wars Legion used the same kind of idea as this one does. So with that, you will have 3 different sizes to use. And obviously it's short, medium, and long. And so those are the rulers for movement. So that is what those are for, and all of that is found in the cardboard of the box. Now that we have taken a look at those, we can go ahead and take a look at the dice, which you get 10 of these dice, and we will also take a look at all of the cards. So let's go ahead and get a closer look at all of the cards and the character stat cards and the dice. And to start with, let's go ahead and take a look at the dice. As you can tell, you get 10 dice, and so what we will do is just look at one for now, but I will show you all of the different sides. So let's go ahead and we can start with the critical side. So this is going to be the critical hit symbol on the dice, and criticals add dice during attacks and defense rolls, and they usually count as successes unless otherwise stated on a card or situation kind of thing. Then the next one you will see is this symbol here, and this symbol is a wild. And wilds can trigger special abilities or are referenced in special rolls, and they usually count as successes as well. Then from there, we come up to the hit die, and there are 2 sides of this die that are hits. And so when attacking, hits are usually successes, and they don't trigger other effects. Or excuse me, they usually don't trigger other effects. So sometimes they can. Again, like I said, it just depends on if it is stated on a card or in a situation that it will do something else. Then from there, we come to the shield, which obviously is for defending, and its blocks, which are usually successes that don't trigger any other effects. And then from there, there's 2 more sides that are blank. And so as you can see, you're going to have 2 sides that are blank, and those obviously have no effect at all. Then the skull, that is a failure, and it can't be re-rolled or modified. So if you have something that says you can re-roll a die, if it is a skull, it cannot be re-rolled. So that is what it looks like on the dice. And now let's go ahead and take a look at the different cards that come in the game. So you have the map cards here, which show you exactly where you place your characters and where you will place things like the extremist consoles or the target of opportunity tokens. That's where those will go. So you've got the 6 of those, 2 on each side of the cards. So you got 3 of those cards. Then the next cards we will take a look at are the crisis cards. And these cards are pretty much the scenario that you're going to be playing. You've got the name right here. So this is Riots Spark over Extremis 3.0. Then up here in the black circle, I know it's really hard to see. That one's a little bit easier, but it says extraction. So it's either going to be an extraction or a secure that you're supposed to do for the scenario. Then right here, that number 17, that's the maximum threat. So that indicates the maximum threat level that a player's squad can contain. Then you've got setup, and for this one it says place 4 extremist consoles, target of opportunity as shown on map D. So with that, you would come and find the card for map D, and that shows you where you put those extremist consoles. And so you would do it how it says to on the card, and then for scoring, it's right here in this other box. It says players score 1 VP, which is victory point, for each extremist console they secure during the cleanup phase. And so you have to be securing that during the cleanup phase, and there's rules that go into all that, but I'm not going to get into that since this is not a how to play video. Then right here is the rules for the characters. So it explains how characters can interact with any of the crisis objective tokens and gives any special rules. And so right here, this would be a special rule. This says remove 1 damage from a non-dazed character within 2 of the extremist console. So if you're within 2 of that console, then you would be able to remove damage. Down here at the bottom, it is the set symbol, and that shows what set the cards come from. And right here, the blue back cards are going to be the secure cards. The red cards are the extraction cards. And then after that card, you will find the team tactic cards. So on these cards, right up here is the name of the card, and this one is 1-2 punch. Then right here, this says unaffiliated. Each card is going to have a different affiliation. So here are all the unaffiliated cards. Then you get into the Cabal cards, which are the villains. And only the Cabal can use this card. And then here's another unaffiliated, and then you have the Avengers, and so each card is different, and only certain people can use certain cards. So you've got all of those, and then on the back, it's got the name of the name of the card that you're going to be using. And so the artwork, again, is just really cool. They have done a great job keeping the comic book vibe and feel for this game. So let's go ahead and take a look at 1-2 punch. We already said that it was unaffiliated. And then right here where it says reactive, that is the type of card it is. So it actually denotes when the card can be played. A player can play an active team tactic card at any time during their turn. So like right here, this is an active one, so it can be played anytime during your turn. And then the reactive cards can be played only when the listed trigger condition is met, and only once per event. So like right here, it says when the active character targets an enemy character with an attack, and the target character is within 2 of another allied character, those allied characters may spend 1 power each to play this card, and it adds 2 dice to the attack roll. So each card is a little bit different in how it works, but each one has some pretty cool powers to it. So besides those cards, you have got these cards that let you know what characters can be in each group. So with the Avengers, Captain America is the leader. Then you've got Black Widow, Iron Man, Captain Marvel, Hulk, Thor, Prince of Asgard, Black Panther, and Vision. And then for the Cabal, you've got Red Skull as a leader, Baron Zemo, Ultron, Crossbones, Killmonger, Loki, God of Mischief, and MODOK. And each card is the same, it just has 2 sides. And so that's really cool how they did that. But now that I've shown you those, let's go ahead and take a look at the character sheets. So taking a look at the character cards, you have got the name right up here at the top. Then right under it, you have got the alter ego, and that's the everyday persona of the character. And this is used to identify duplicate duplicate characters in a player's roster. So that's if you have 2 of the same character. Then right here, you are going to see the different attacks that the character can make. And there are 3 types of attacks. You've got a physical attack, which is a fist. Then you have got a swirling looking attack, which is right up here. And that is an energy attack. And then you've got an eye right here, and that's going to be a mystic attack. And the symbols for what it does is right here on the side of the description for that attack. So you have got those different attacks, and as you can tell, each character has different ones. So here is Captain Marvel. Then you've got Crossbones, Dr. Octopus, Iron Man, Red Skull, Spider-Man, Ultron, Baron Zemo, and Black Widow. And each character has their own traits, their own special abilities, their own weaknesses, and their own just strengths that they are better at. So with that, after looking at those, you will see right here, this symbol is actually the leadership symbol. And this is a list of the character's leadership abilities, if there are any. And they can affect the whole squad, and only some characters have them. So, like with Captain America, each turn you may reduce the energy cost of the first superpower used by each allied character by 1 to a minimum of 1. Then if you look, nobody else has that symbol except for Red Skull. And Red Skull says each time an allied character damages an enemy character with an attack, after the attack is resolved, the attacking character gains 1 power. And power is really important in this game, and Red Skull builds a lot of it. So there is that on leadership. Then the next spot you have here is the superpowers. And the superpowers, there can be 3 different kinds. The lightning that you see here is reactive. Then you will see one that looks like this right here, and that is an active superpower. And then you've got the infinity symbol, which is an innate superpower. And so obviously each one's going to do something different. After that, you will see right up here, there's a couple of different symbols up here. This on the far left, on the top left here, that is the stamina, and that's that maximum amount of damage the character can take before becoming dazed and knocked out. And once they are dazed and knocked out, they can become injured, which will flip over the card. And so there are 2 sides to these cards, and it's really interesting because it's really hard to get killed in this game, because you go from being perfectly fine, then you get knocked out, and then you can still get healed by your comrades or your team, and then if you don't, then you flip over and you still have another 5 or 6 health. So it takes a lot to knock out a character. Right here, you will see this is the speed, and each character has a different speed setting. So, like with Captain America, he has a medium speed setting, and that is noted by the M. Crossbones here has a short speed, and then some of the characters might have a long speed. Let me see if there's Spider-Man has a long speed. So you go short, medium, and long, and that is denoted by the rulers that I showed you earlier. These that actually turn, that is the speed that you use while playing the game. And then right here, this symbol stands for their size, and the number next to it is their physical size of the character, and this is used in movement and for determining the line of sight that a character will have. Right here is going to be the threat level, and that's used to determine which characters can be taken in a squad for a given mission. So you really have to watch that symbol and make sure that you have the right characters. Down here in the bottom left, you will see what is called the physical defense, and that represents the character's ability to withstand any physical attacks like punches and ballistic gunfire. And this is the number of dice that you will roll whenever you are attacked. So Captain America, for his defense roll on a physical attack, it will be 4. Right here, this is going to be the energy defense. So same kind of thing. You will roll 4 dice for an energy attack to see what your defense is. Then right here, you have got the Mystic defense. And so Captain America, I know that's kind of hard to see, would roll 3 dice. And so each character has their own card. And again, like I said, it is double-sided. So there are the character cards. Now let's take a look at a couple of the models. So just to kind of give you an idea of what the models look like, here is one of the street lights. As you can tell, you've got red, yellow, green, and here are the bases for them. Then here you have got one of the street lights. And so these are actually pretty big models. I'm pretty impressed with the size of them. So that's one of those. And then here is some of the walls that you will use on the Daily Bugle. And again, like I said, I will do a video putting all of this together so you see how they are put together. You also get a trash can and just different things like that that you can use. And the cool thing about it is some of these characters can actually throw some of the terrain as well as be thrown into the terrain. And so this is going to be the top of the Daily Bugle to where you can sit models on top of it. And now let's take a look at what the cars look like. And so here is one of the cars. And again, like I said, the detail's really cool on these. And another cool thing is here is the base for the car. And then you've got the 4 tires. And then even right here, you've got the side mirrors. And then you can actually put a taxi symbol or a taxi cab sign on the top of the car. You get 2 cars with all of the pieces to be able to customize it how you want to. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of the dumpsters and the sprues for the figures and the bases. And here is one of the dumpsters. So you put the dumpster together, and I don't know if you can see the symbol there, but you put the dumpster together. It's got a top to it, and it's just really cool, the detail that they put into it. These are going to be a lot of fun to paint. Then from there, we will take a look, and here is Ultron. And so as you can tell, they come in quite a few pieces, but I know this can be intimidating if you have never put models together before or if you don't do it a lot. But like I said, I am going to do a video on how to put all of these models together. So that should be up in the next couple of days. So stay tuned for that. Here is the base that he will stand on. And then besides that, let's take a look at the bases, and that will be about it for this unboxing. And here are the bases. And as you can tell, each base is textured, and so that's really cool that they did that. And then you've got 2 bases for the bigger models that come in this pack. And so with everything they've done, it is just awesome. All of the detail that they put into this game, and you can tell that they really took their time with it. But with that being done, that is it for what is in the core set for Marvel Crisis Protocol. So let's take it back up top, and I will give you my final thoughts. And there you have it. There is the core set for Marvel Crisis Protocol. Like I said, the models are awesome. They're thick. They look great. The dice are nice. The rulers are awesome. Just everything about this game, they really put a lot of detail in it. And you can tell they took their time with it as well. And that's one thing I really like. The next video I'm going to do is going to be a video of putting the models together. So stay tuned for that. That'll be out in the next couple of days. With that being said, who's your favorite character? What did you like in this core set? What did you think was the coolest thing that was in there? Leave your comments in the comments section. And again, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. And if there's anything I can do differently or anything you would like to see me do, video-wise, please just put the comments in the comments section. Let's have a conversation about it. Who's your favorite Marvel character? Let's just kind of have conversation about this. This is something I've always been into, and so being able to have a board game now to be able to play as those characters is going to be a lot of fun. And so with that being said, thank you so much for stopping by. Again, please hit that subscribe button if you haven't, and share the videos. Let everybody know what I am doing, and let people see and enjoy the videos just like you do. So with that being said, thank you so much. Hope you all have a great rest of your day, and see you soon. Bye-bye.